So you've arrived in Mauritius. What next? You can see I put my hands up to surrender because I know I have offended you guys. Like, it's been what? Almost a decade and I've not been on this channel. Hey, I know you missed me and I missed you too, but I am really sorry. I really have my reasons for like going away. I might probably talk about some of them in another video if you will let me, if you would forgive me for today. I just wanted to come up here to quickly talk about settling down in Mauritius, when you're here, what do you do next? What can you do to help you stay on track? And it would just a bit to speed things up for you. When I mean speed things up, not necessarily in a matter of weeks, you'd be like, like it would take time, but like months, but like not so long. At least you know that okay, you're not missing anything. And specifically Mauritius, because it might be different in other places. So I'm just going to talk from my own perspective and experience. Forgive my hand movements, forgive them, okay? So the points I'll be giving out are not exactly in order of priority or sequence. Yes, it's not like it starts with that one, then you go next. You just look around and then you see the one you want to actually do in that moment. Okay, so let's go. Okay, stop it. Anyways, so the first one I'd say is know your environment. I mean, before you come to Mauritius, I'm pretty sure you already know where you would stay, like the apartment, your accommodation. Are you staying in like your university's hostels, or you're getting an apartment outside of university, or you're coming to work and your job is giving you like a work apartment? The moment you get to your apartment, you just relax. You probably don't even have to do anything that day because I'm pretty sure that you're tired from the flight already, so just rest. But like the next day, you can decide to just take a walk around. Don't go too far. If you're like me, that you're directionally challenged, don't go too far. If you go too far, you will miss. How will you go back home? How you except you're looking at landmarks and like, okay, this turn. But like, just get to know your environment. Where is your nearest bus stop in case you want to go out? Okay, what bus do you take when you're going here or there? The nearest supermarket close to you, is it one of these like local kiosk or an actual supermarket? Which one is closer to you? And all of those things, like basically, because you would need them. Like for instance, when I came to Mauritius from Nigeria to my first stop to Mauritius. So that my first stop, that was where my bag was. And then me, I was in Mauritius. Can you imagine? So the only thing I had with me was my hand luggage. And I kid you not, nobody told me um anything to put your like some of your personal belongings inside your hand luggage. So everything was literally in my box. So I needed to go get some food stuff. I needed to get toothbrush and paste and all of those things to clean up the next day. I mean, I did not know anywhere. I asked around. Let me tell you, I was just told to keep going straight. I would see a shop. I promise you, I don't know if I didn't see that shop, but I know that I passed the shop and I ended up in another place. How did I get there? I don't know. I just met someone on the road and I was like, please, can you take me to the nearest supermarket? And then I walked that day. I can never forget. But that was actually not the nearest market because there was literally one on my street and that was where I was directed to. But I missed it. The whole point is just know your environment, know where all these things that you think you would need are close by you, so that you don't always have to walk far or go a long distance. No, so that, and also when you're taking the bus, You need to know bus goes through that route, and okay, when they drop you there, will you be able to find your way back home? I know it might be sounding funny, like who will not be able to find their way back home? There are people like that, and I'm inclusive. So some of us it's difficult. And then I know you'll be wondering, is there no Google map? My dear, before I did not it's not funny, but like I used to find it difficult to use Google Map. Like it confuses me. So then I wasn't using it. So it's more like now that I'm using more of Google Maps. So now that you can use Google Maps, so it would be faster. But the main thing is just know your environment. Just like study it, know it, okay, this is where I will come down, this is my house, this is what's close to it, this is the supermarket, this is the nearest bus stop. If I think now there are metro stations, so if your house is close to metro station, then just that's good for you. Just know where all these things are. But if you don't know, it's not a problem. You ask. So it's basically know your environment, and the process of doing your environment, ask people you meet in case you need help. But like know your environment, where you stay, where you can get things close by, the vegetable shops, there, supermarket, bus stop, how to take the bus. That is also important. It's not something difficult. You just go to the bus stop, you wait, you see the bus, you do your hand like this, and the bus will stop. Like you flag the bus down, and then it would stop for you. You enter the bus, you tell them where you're going to. Some people are nice. If you don't know where you're going to, you can just ask before they move off. You ask, are you going to pass this road or this street or this, I don't know. You just ask. If they say yes, voila, you pay. When it's time, you press the bell. Then you come down at your bus stop. Now, it's not easy to know your bus stop because you obviously knew. So you can tell the conductor to tell you when you get to your bus stop. They do that. For me, I didn't know they do that. I was so shy. Don't be like me. Don't be shy. I wanted to go to my school the first time I came. I wanted to go to my university in Flick and Flag. Tell me why I ended up at Sugar Beach. And then I was the last person in the bus when I came. And don't ask me how I missed my school, please. So when I got to Sugar Beach, like the bus station where the bus parks itself in Flick and Flag, the conductor was looking at me, and then I was like, Middlesex. It was like, you should have spoken. We've passed it since. That I should wait when the next bus is going back. They will drop me at the bus stop. So I was like, thank you. But they didn't make me pay, which was nice. Cute, you know. So when I was going back, they told me this is your bus stop. Then they stopped and I came down. So don't just make that same mistake I made. So second thing that I would say is part of the things you need to do when you get here is to do your medicals. And I say this because I'm only aware, I think for students and for some people too that come like with a work visa, you don't automatically you don't automatically get your your permit, your residence permit. Say you're coming to study an undergrad and your course is for 3 years, you would not straight out get your 3-year visa. You would first get it's called a provisional visa for 3 months, usually from the date you receive it, for 3 months. That's what would allow you come into Mauritius. So once you have your provisional visa, there are still certain things you need to do, like for example, do your medicals. And the medical is basically you go and you do like chest x-ray scan. You do it from your country and submit it to your school. Then when you get to Mauritius again, you do another one and submit it to your university. Or if you're coming as you're coming with a work permit, you submit it to your like company, then they know what they do. The university and the office, the organization, they know what to do. Then they send it before you now get your proper permits. Say you're here for 3 years, then you get the number of years they decide to give you. Mind you, because you're studying for 3 years does not necessarily mean you might get 3 years. They can give you 2 years. When your second year expires, then you can apply for an extension. So far you're not done with what you came to do in Mauritius and all of these things. So it's actually, they would even tell you it's one of the things you should do. Just when you come, do your medicals, because the earlier, the better, because it would not be nice. You just here on a 3 months provisional visa. Don't you want to get the actual one? So go and do it. Go and do the medical thing they say you should do it, and then you'll rest, your mind will calm down. So the other one I'd say is you're to do malaria test. Now this malaria test, malaria is a big thing in this country. So when you come, this one you don't need to go to the hospital to do it per se. I don't think you need to go do it. There's a way. I don't know how they do it. I promise you, I don't know how they do it. But for me, they tracked me down to my house. I think it's like someone from like the government, but they tracked me down to my house where I was staying when I first came here. And they first called, obviously. They called and they said you have to do malaria test. And this was like, malaria test. Okay. Because the thing is, my university was telling me to do it, but it was not making sense to me. Then I was like, I don't have malaria now. Why am I doing malaria test? Like, what's going on? So it was very until I got a call from the I think the person, the government, not the government, but like someone, like a government representative that would actually do the test. So the person, it was a he came to my house. Me, I don't know how they got my details. Maybe I submitted immigration form, visa, so probably that's how they got my, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know how they got my details, but I just know they got my details. And either I directed the person to my house or the person already knew where I was staying, one of them. So the person knew where I was staying. They came, did the malaria test to be sure I don't have malaria, that I did not bring malaria from my country into their own country. So I don't think you need to worry too much about that one. You just need to be prepared, knowing you would definitely do this. The next one I'll say is open a bank account. But guys, remember that I said all these things is not in a matter of weeks, you would do them, some months, but just put it at the back of your mind to open a bank account as soon as you can. For bank accounts, so like there are different banks you can open, okay, but I'd say the bank that I know most international students use is MCB. So you should open it. They would ask you for a lot of documents, so I feel like it's always advisable to open it in the early stages of your stay in Mauritius. At least you know that your head is still correct, your documents, you know where they are. You don't have to maybe say, I've took it down inside my box. You still have it with you, because obviously you would be needing them to even exchange your foreign currency. You would need your some of your documents. You don't even have to stress. You can call the bank, like any bank you choose. I'm not saying it has to be MCB. I'm just giving you an example because me, I use MCB. So I know most people use MCB too. And to be honest, I feel like MCB is actually kind of convenient, Yeah, it's actually kind of convenient. But if it's not MCB, I know people use ABSA too. But there are other banks. There's SBM, there's SBI, there's HSBC. There are actually so many, so it doesn't have to be MCB gong. So you can just call, you don't have to walk in the street. You can call them to find out the list of documents they would need you to present, and you do not automatically call them and say you want to open an account. Like, you cannot just walk in there and say you want to open an account. You have to book an appointment. So which is why before you book that appointment, you need to find out a list of documents that you need, because when you go for the appointment, you present all those documents. So if you can, I prefer going there in person. You just go there in person, ask for the documents you need, and you book your appointment that same day. I prefer all this. Let me be seeing the person that I'm talking to, please. So they would give you this one. I went to MCB. They gave they might not necessarily give you this document to show you all that you need and all of these things, but it's just it helps. Probably take a picture. There's different categories. I don't know if you can see It's upside down, right? I'll just take a picture, just like show you. But like non-residents, foreign citizens, some of the documents you need, proof of address, and all this stuff. But they will tell you what you need. But I'm just saying it's actually important to have a bank account here in Mauritius. And if you're somebody that needs like a domiciliary account, when you're opening like your normal savings account, you can tell them, so you don't have to go twice. You kill two birds with one stone. Okay, so go there, open your bank account so you can start operating in the. I'd also like to add that you should buy a SIM card. Get yourself a SIM card when you come. So I don't know if they sell SIM cards at the airport or not. I am not even aware of that one. But I'm not praying. I'm not necessarily saying buy a SIM card in case your luggage something happens to them. It's just you might feel you have a WhatsApp number, right? People communicate. No. So you just get a SIM card. I did not know my school would give out like SIM cards. So me, I went to buy something that I could have gotten free of charge. Free of charge. I went to buy. Anyways, get yourself a SIM card because when my luggage arrived to Mauritius, they were trying to get in touch with me, and the number I dropped was my Nigerian number. So I went to my school to ask them, is there any way I can get it? They were like, oh, I should go to the airport. So the money they used to compensate me was what I had to use to take taxi to take me back to the airport and bring me back home. So apparently I saw the person that was distributing the luggage, and then he was like he was trying to reach me, but I did not have like a local number to where he can reach me, which was sad. So at the end of the day, I did not even reap the fruits of my luggage not coming with me because I still spent it to collect that luggage. But anyways, you have seen the importance of buying a SIM card as soon as possible. I don't know if everybody's university would give them SIM card, but if you're in Middlesex, okay, go to school. I don't know if they still do it, but just go to school. They probably give you a free SIM card. But if you think you need it urgently, you cannot wait, you go to school, then you go and buy. But make sure you buy from an actual place. Don't buy where they will be giving you someone else's SIM card. So when somebody calls you and probably using Truecaller, they are seeing another name that is not your actual name. You get my point. One more thing that I'd say is in the process of settling down, go and explore. Judge of the jungle, go out, go and do adventure. Don't be like me. I know they go anywhere. I'm always in my house. I mean, it's not something to be proud of, but it's not also something to be ashamed of. Idea house, come meet me. Come on. Basically, go out, have fun, make friends, meet new people, but don't rush the exploration. Enjoy it. I don't know how, depending on how long. So if you're not a tourist, take your time. Just be going out. Don't go and go everywhere at once. Mingle, make friends, go out, see new place. Do turn to tourist. You are killing two birds once. Guys, look at me. I'm just giving you how to be killing. You did not come as a tourist, right? But you can come and do your work and be doing tourist work too. You go and just be seeing places. Two birds, once. You people. Row. Then the other thing that you need to do to settle down is to just like prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, find a church to go to. So let's recap. I said know your environment, ask questions in case you're lost, figure out how to use the whole bus, tell the conductor to tell you where you're going to so that you don't misplace. Okay. Then I said do your medicals so you can quickly get the provisional visa to your actual residence permit. Then you should also be prepared to do a malaria test, because they don't joke with it. They don't play. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. But anyways, as I was saying, you be prepared to do a malaria test. Also open a bank account, get a SIM card. Okay, so I believe, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you, with these few points of mine. Anyways, I just hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you are still watching up until this point, thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So see you next time. Don't miss me too much, okay? Bye.